This is your before look, so if you'll take a spin for us.
All the way around?
All the way around. You see that hair? If you go a little bit slower, people might actually be able to see it.
Okay, one more
Yeah,
time.
go one more at a time. There you go. Stop right there for us. Lean your head back and shake. You'll notice Jennifer's hair, head up. You'll notice Jennifer's hair has a tendency to be fine, fly away, and separating. There's different techniques that we'll use to be able to get that to be able to stay together, so when she's dancing and moving at that wedding, she's going to look great. Part of that is caused by how she is maintaining it, and we will cover that a little bit later on. Go ahead and turn to us, Jennifer. In the front, remember we talked about it not being balanced and framed? Balancing and framing is going to come in where we hit these pieces to where they're going to come in and start getting a nice, clean, sharp line to it. So I'm not going to make it too square because we talked about the squareness of the clothing. We want more V, so it's not going to be super square. It's going to have a slight angle to it, so it's like the dress we were talking about. That tiered, short in the front, long in the back. So we kind of start building that whole look.
Okay.
All right, Jennifer's before look. Well, welcome back, Jennifer. Glad to have you here. You've been shampooed. We used the sculpting series from Cosmo. And what we're going to be doing is we'll talk to you about your hair as we cut it. Again, I showed you the balance points and things like that. On any of our other YouTubes, people can go in and see what balance points or hot spots are and check that out. So we're just going to kind of concentrate on what we're doing for you today. Our goal is to make sure that you have a good, strong look to go with your dress, and we were talking about the hair being flowy. When we look at your hair, it has a tendency to be flyaway. We have a product called Transition that we'll show you how to use and put in. We'll add some shine to your hair, and between now and June, you'll be able to maintain, and we'll talk to you about how to brush your hair and things like that as we're cutting it. So if you'll push your head forward. Well, that's a pretty aggressive forward push. I'm proud of you. I enjoyed our conversations on the last series. They were a lot of fun. Did you go through your closet at all?
I did. I pulled out all my light clothes and kind of pushed the darker ones to the back.
Good. Did you try some on and kind of play and see what the effect was on your skin tone once you noticed that?
I did, and it was interesting to hear what you said and then look at it and see that difference. It seems like the lighter clothes brighten me up.
A lot brighter. So I was saying, it's like some skin tones really need to have a brighter, lighter color so it doesn't appear so, and I don't want to say, it's dark, but it does. I mean, it gives you a very dark appearance on that. So, excellent. What did you find some colors that worked for you? Were they pastels? Were the chroma value a little bit more?
Well, I know that the pastel, I really liked a very soft yellow on me.
Really? Even with your skin being yellow? How about that?
So
I'll be interested to see that for you.
Yeah, I probably need to show that to you, and you can tell me what it really looks like.
Tell you what it really looks like. Or tell you how I really feel, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a lot of black in my closet, and now I'm like, oh, that is not good on me. So
now you can have black as an accessory. Remember I was talking about the scarves and things like that? You can have a scarf that you would wear something black and put that scarf on so that it has that contrast, a little piece. Remember we talked about cutting your scarves up, having them resewn, so it's less material?
Yes.
So that you have that, like something black, and then the little scarf is the bright effect around. So think of a mat, like the frames on our artwork is black.
Right.
And if we put a little white mat around that, you would see more of the white mat and the photo, not the black frame. So it's the same kind of thing. So you still can use your darker colors. You just have to have accessories to go with them to keep you bright. Well, good. What did you find as far as long sleeve, square necks, crew neck, the scoop neck? What lines did you see as that?
Well, I've never really liked a high crew neck shirt. I've always thought it cut me off, and so now I'm more cognizant of that. I think that's true. And the square neck definitely doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it always felt boxy in it, but I just thought,
never knew why.
It's just me.
Good. Well, what you'll start seeing is as we start working on some of these things, your haircut, your color lines that we put in, like changing the lines where the balance point is. We'll take some of that squareness out, so you'll have an option now after your haircut to go back and look and see what the haircut did for you.
Okay.
So you'll start seeing some different options like that. So it's kind of exciting.
Well, it's interesting because I've always felt like my face was really square and it was a little too square, so it'll be interesting to see
What
if
happens.
things change.
Yeah. Now what we've got is we've got a light fringe underneath here to where she's had a bang that's been square, and everything on her was square, and we were going, man, we just got to get away from that and soften it up. So what we're doing is we're coming in and we're taking a bit of an angle so I can get a little bit more drama going, because I think the mother of the bride needs to have a little drama. So when she chante dans des runways, she looks fabulous. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on the line, popping this up, and you'll see her bone structure change as we're doing this. And it's just little pieces at a time. I'm just really trying to make this line a little stronger, a little bit more. And you can kind of see what's happening with just a little piece that's coming out. I don't want to cut too much of the corner off because we start breaking them, I want them to go. Now these will be shorter now than they will be in June, because I want you to have the look, and then we kind of play with where it really kind of fits in and what we do with the color and etc. This is called a tear cut, and the tear cut actually comes from having a bit of the front, has the bang short, and then our next layer line over that is a little bit longer. And because it's a little bit longer, it actually allows for swaying when we're doing this. So when you see the first cut that I've made, actually kind of thickens it up a little bit, makes the line start laying a little bit different. So we're trying to get that pieciness so it comes in and really shows. So not too much, just a little bit at a time here. Perfect. And again, I don't want to cut all of her hair off because I don't want to have it cut off and then tell her to grow it back out in June. So when you're actually going to your salon and you're trying to figure out what you want to do, these are little points, like where I'm putting this point is a hot spot. You can see that that point right there takes the cheekiness out and makes her look a little bit more elongated, whereas this side you can see still looks a little cheeky. So here we're elongated and here we're cheeky because there's no balance point. Now watch as we kind of bring in the balance points and put our points in. We put our points in and you can see it automatically changes it and makes her a little bit more elongated. So this is a nice start for her, something simple, something that's not too dramatic, something that she's not going to go, oh my God, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to take this, do this, go with it. So, and then what we'll do is show her how to style it, and we'll come back in just a little bit and kind of regroup after we've shown her. Mother of the bride, first haircut, all right. All right, Jennifer, what we did is the only product we put in your hair was Planet Cosmo Transition Paste. It's a nice cream to emulsify to make the hair feel like hair. In our sculpting, what we do is our sculpting techniques, we really want hair to be hair. It has to move, and like we were showing your hair when it was actually shaking and moving, that it kind of wasn't doing that. We talked about part of that being because of the dryness of it, and you can still see there's some breakage and things like that. We really want to pay attention to this because over the next couple months, I want you to see, the audience to see, how different this hair actually becomes, because like what we told you, you're going to wash it once a week. Okay. And that's going to be a change, and then you can tell everybody how that is to go through it. You can see that the tear cut actually works because we have a little frame here. If she wants to tuck it, she can. Now we'll start working on the color the next time we see you, but you can kind of see we're starting to get a little bit more of a softer type feel and finish to this, and kind of play with it, have some fun. You notice we did the line, the balance, it's not square, so you look amazing.
Thank you.
And no, thank you. And Mother of the bride, I think you're going to go knock them dead today. So have a blast today. We look forward to hearing the feedback that we get off of your haircut.
Okay.
So kind of just play with it. Try your clothes back on again.
Okay.
So you can see what the haircut actually did as a change. So that changed you. So it changes your overall line as well.
Okay.
So we look forward to seeing you in the next session.
I love it. My daughter's going to be jealous.
Excellent.
She's going to want you to cut her hair too.
Yeah. And we can't do that because you're the mother of the bride. Live well. God bless you. Thank you for visiting the planet.
Thank you. Bye.